right, ladies and gentlemen, grunts and pugs, this is Warbag, another episode of Talking Guns. And with that, I'm currently live on my Instagram to pull questions on, whatever it's going to be, machine guns, machine gun gunnery, what's going on in my fucking life, stupid shit like that, whatever. I have with me guest star in studio right now, Bob, who is an inanimate object sitting there over there by his deactivated microphone, and that's kind of how that goes. So if Instagram wants to see what Bob looks like, Bob's right there. There he is. All right. So freaking glad y'all could meet Bob and shit. Freaking first question tonight, of course, is always going to be freaking what am I drinking? So therefore, beer of the night is 805, and just freaking loving this shit. And I mean, that's my beer of choice for the most part. It's tasty. It's not too heavy. It's just overall a pretty good beer to freaking have at the bar. So if anybody else has any questions on the Instagram, besides what I'm drinking tonight, or you just want to send some motivation, go ahead and do so. I have no real prepared subjects to go into and stuff other than to really just say I've been kind of like not doing anything lately. I mean, started training again and stuff like that and doing freaking jiu-jitsu again, and that makes me feel really good, mentally, but not so much physically. I mean, I guess I'm a little bit tuckered out, you know what I mean? So yeah, love doing a little bit of jits here and there and stuff, you know what I mean? Not like here and there. I'd like to be doing it every single day, and that would be good. I think my volume's a little freaking low, so maybe if I turn it up some, I ought not be catching too much background noise from the refrigerator just now, so that's good. Okay, so I had to take off to enjoy time off and relax. Yeah, I did have to freaking take some time to relax and enjoy what the hell's going on around me, recenter myself, and freaking kind of try to figure out what the fuck's important to me. And one of those things was jiu-jitsu, and one of those things was not going out and getting fucking drunk all the time. So yeah, and then talking with my friends and doing all those kind of things. I was in a little bit of a mode where I wanted to be isolated and didn't want to see anybody or talk to anybody or hang out or fucking do anything for Thanksgiving and shit like that. I know I have family around here somewhere. It's just, I'm just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I was depressed or some shit. Who fucking knows? Like, whatever, man. Like, don't be a weak bitch. Try to freaking troubleshoot yourself and figure out what the fuck your problem is, and address it on the front end. So that's a good thing to do, I guess. And I did it, so I'm just patting myself on the back and sucking my own dick. So there's that. You're welcome. Yeah. If you want me to get an OnlyFans to see that in real life, it's probably not gonna fucking happen. All right. So yeah. By all means, if you're in the Instagram feed, you're live on Talking Guns right now, go ahead and freaking send me some questions and shit like that. Anything that you want to know about machine guns, machine gun gunnery, and freaking otherwise already freaking published fucking ground fucking tactics and shit that don't really fucking matter to anybody because they're not that important. Yeah. Oh, you'll pay for that? We can pay for my OnlyFans? I was thinking about starting an OnlyFans with my feet. All right, because there's a fucking market for everything, and what I'm gonna do with it is gonna fucking like pick up like freaking small danishes or Hostess cupcakes or otherwise cheap donut imitations and shit like that, and crumble them with my toes. Eventually, I'll develop enough mobility and flexibility in my hips and shit like that to where I'll be able to pick it up and eat it with my feet. That might be extra fucking awesome and shit like that. But we're not doing like the full face look and stuff like that. We're doing that like, half face look, like that way it's not like the full face. Why not? Yeah. So that would be it. That would be like, look, man, you can fucking sell just about anything if you really put your mind to it. OnlyFans. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Oh, OnlyFans, but I do gun drills. I like that idea. That sounds like a whole lot of fucking fun, right? And then I'd be like, all right, fucking call my Adrax or whatever the shit and stuff like that. And then fucking, that might be cool, but nobody freaking would know how to do an ad rack or call my adjustments and shit like that and stuff. And I'll go like up 5, left 5, fucking down 10, right 20, whatever the fuck and shit like that. And everybody going to be like, fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Like freaking flicking the wristy wrist, you know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. It sounds like a good fucking idea to me. Uh, yeah, call my adjustments and shit like that and my subsequent fire commands and stuff. That'd be cool. Change barrels and stuff and real quick change barrels. Then I get freaking mad donations for changing barrels hella fast and shit. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be really neat. I could do that with like a fucking section of fucking machine gunners. That'd be fucking super sweet. Except, it might not be the commandant's favorite thing. Oh, training update for those of you that are still in the Marin crops, and for some of you that are out now, and kind of wish it would have fucking changed earlier. So more admin's been published, and it's on Marines.mil right now. Message from Thursday that your annual training requirements have been significantly reduced and compressed. I remember back when General Neller was the commandant and stuff like that, he had this entire fucking Reformation idea about reducing the amount of freaking annual training requirements that we had, because we were sitting there with like 180 of these motherfucking service level requirements that had to be freaking put in for every Marine all year. Excuse me. I am an animal, and yeah, I do burp. So what happened would, the requirement for the battle skills test has been removed. It is no longer a reportable item in MCTIMS, and you're not required to do it anymore. It is encouraged that commanders that are not in freaking operational units and shit like that kind of proliferate this information as needed. But all of that BST information that was in there already was just things that were on the freaking promotion board fucking questions, right? I mean, it's not so much a performance evaluation checklist and shit like that are on these, but it's a freaking knowledge check and like, state, this many of so many fucking things and shit like that off of this list and whatever the fuck, right? Like, for instance, with land navigation, right? Let's go with this one. In land navigation, all you really had to do was display knowledge and then freaking demonstrate freaking plotting 2 points, do a freaking straight line or curve line distance and shit like that, freaking, using a, 6 to 10 digit grid and shit, right? Identify the freaking major parts of a map and shit like that, like the map title and shit like that, or the freaking grid zone designators or freaking declination diagram, where's the legend and shit like that, where's the fucking sheet name, all that kind of crap, right? You'd have to freaking be able to identify those things on there. But that's kind of like a fucking knowledge thing, right? Also, so there's that. And then you have to freaking calculate it back, azimuth. So I guess that's a performance fucking evaluation. But then for the rest of it, it's just freaking list the significance of the colors of the map and shit, like green being vegetation with military significance, blue for water and shit, freaking brown for contour lines and or reddish brown for freaking contour intervals and shit like that, denoting elevation, freaking black for structural features and stuff like that, like freaking cultural features and shit like that, red for cultural freaking features and differences and stuff, and whatever, and the freaking the 3 tops contour lines, or the freaking what else is there? The types of fucking terrain features and shit like that. Identify freaking hill, freaking saddle, ridge, finger, draw, freaking valleys, depressions, freaking cuts, fills, shit like that. Yeah. So just knowing all those things is what you would have to do for the most part and shit, right? And be able to identify them on a topographical map would be the performance part. But yeah, so that would be it. So instead of doing this for 30 different freaking training support packages and shit, you don't have to fucking do it anymore. And that's good, right? So yeah, everybody likes doing fucking fewer things or having fewer things to report. So that's always fun. Let's see what else happened. Oh yeah, social media conduct has been removed. Combat trafficking of persons and freaking something else has been removed as a freaking annual training requirement. Oh yeah, tobacco cessation. So you don't have to fucking like, tell people that you're gonna quit smoking anymore. So that's good. The let's see, they've compressed some of the things like social media conduct. Not necessarily that one, but some of the other things into a freaking the prohibited activities category and shit like that, extending that with hazing and freaking violence prevention and shit like that. I think that one went away, but might not have. Anyway, so all the stuff that was freaking basically put in there as a response to freaking GWAT has kind of been removed. Or as a response to freaking like nuanced bullshit and everything like that were knee-jerk reactions. They've taken those out and compressed the things that they kind of need to stay into a smaller format so that they can be done at like the freaking small unit level and not in a big ass fucking put a battalion into a motherfucking theater and make them watch PowerPoint until they're dead kind of shit. So that's good. That might have something to do with the fact that you can't pack a battalion into a theater anymore because, COVID. Yeah. So small unit training is freaking back on the rise and shit like that. Amounts of training requirements are fucking down. And everything here seems pretty fucking good. Yeah. Pretty happy about it. Sweet. That's one thing. One less thing that I have to fucking report in McTims. CFT season is still on the go, so get out there, get on the fucking field, and start fucking moving and shit like that. Freaking make sure you warm up. Highly recommend that you freaking condition yourself for it by freaking doing some lactate threshold training kind of shit. 300-yard fucking sprints and everything like that. Freaking with a resting period of maybe a minute, and then freaking going on another fucking sprint for 300 yards. That would be helpful to you, I would think. Yeah. And then, training power for your legs and stuff like that, or at least some fucking, muscular endurance would be good for your ammo can lifts. So work it. Hit it. You guys can do it. Ask Bob what he thinks. What do you think, Bob? Oh, okay. I guess fuck me, right? So Bob doesn't give a shit, and therefore I don't give a shit. So fuck you, Bob. Yeah. All right. So there's that. Eventually I got to get a fucking live studio guest in here so I'm not just bored and babbling and freaking talking. But I guess you guys enjoy that. So keep on keeping on. That's fucking cool. Here on the page and shit, freaking showing all my freaking contact info stuff. So go ahead and freaking contact me on any of those freaking handles and shit like that, and I'll be able to get to your questions for the next episode, and it'll be a lot of fun. I would enjoy reading freaking lengthy emails and stuff from you guys to tell me a fucking story of, the wonders of what the fleet is like now and how bullshit things are or how cool things are with the way they are running things. I think the audience would also enjoy that. That would be fun. Yeah. I thought about being funny, about freaking trying to do like comedy and stuff like that, but where the fuck are you going to do stand up? And I don't know, maybe I'm just not that funny. I don't know. It's a tough call. I don't know exactly how funny I am. And if I'm just funny looking, I guess that doesn't help anybody, does it? I hope you guys like my freaking pop filter to kind of like drain out the hisses and the pops and stuff that are coming out of my voice for the actual recorded version of this. That's kind of cool. Just ordering little fucking parts in the mail and shit like that and freaking building this setup piece by piece. Setting up freaking a monitor and shit like that behind the camera so that I don't have to keep on looking at the fucking computer all the time. And I can actually look like I'm engaging with my audience, but I'm not really. I'm just looking at myself and a monitor that's about fucking 6 feet away and shit. And kind of blurry, gotta admit. I can't even read my email handle from here because I'm not wearing my glasses. But I look, you see all the reflection of my lights when I wear the glasses, and that's just freaking nuts. So if you're in the Instagram, go ahead and freaking send me some questions, please, for fuck's sake. I am getting bored here, and I don't want to have to cut this freaking episode short because it's only like 15 minutes in right now. All right. So what else has been going on in the world? Let's see. Maybe it's a little bit late. Maybe you guys want to talk about Rudy Giuliani's fucking hair dye, freaking, whatever and shit like that. Maybe you want to talk about freaking the election. Maybe you want to talk about the freaking the legal case and all that stuff. And maybe I just fucking don't. Yeah, I'm still coming up, bro. Oh wait, no, to Oregon, probably not. Not till like freaking maybe January, February. I won't be coming up. No, that's all right.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah. So if that's all good, yeah. Well, yeah. So for the holidays and everything, I'm kind of stuck in this area. I don't have the time right now to freaking launch a freaking exceptional policy request to head out to freaking North Carolina or Oregon or anything like that and be with family out there for the holidays. And for freaking Christmas and everything like that, I've just got too much shit to do with about 205 Marines that still need to fucking run CFTs at my command. So monitoring all of those and making sure everything gets freaking through and done with and stuff like that would be good. I could knock it out on one fucking day if it wasn't just an administrative control and there was actually no shit a commanding officer that had like the purview over everybody else to say you will show up for a CFT on this date and shit like that and set up like 10 motherfucking lanes. But I'm limited also by equipment because I only have 3 practice grenades and I definitely need to buy some more of those or put in a purchase request for some of those because I shouldn't be freaking paying for things with money that I made from my job. Yeah. So there's that. I got some cool stuff. Got some t-shirts. I got this freaking sweet coaster from Goons Up. It's almost pointless to use it for right now for my beer and shit like that because there's a poncho sitting up here on top of my table, and I also have it in a koozie. So having my beer on a coaster is really just so I can use the piece of gear, which is really nice. Give me a second, and I'll go grab some fucking t-shirts to show you guys. Hold on. Recording is resumed. So back here. So what I've got is a few t-shirts that I've got from Goons Up pretty recently and stuff that I think that you'll really enjoy. This one, the Mitchell Page tee, I got it pretty much as soon as it came out, and I love this shit. All right, and I got a matching vinyl for my freaking truck and stuff that's gonna be, or that's already just right on the other side of my John Basilone. So if you've already seen that picture on my tailgate, I'm looking like a fucking cool Lance Corporal and shit like that. I mean, that's pretty neat. All right, next shirt. Let's see, what do I got here? I've got, the John Basilone Guns Up tee and shit like that. So that's fucking always fun. And if you love you some Johnny B and shit like that, you can get this freaking t-shirt at Goons Up. The link is on my Instagram inside of my fucking link tree, or chances are you already follow Goons Up on the Instagram and shit like that, where his store is located at goonsup.com. It's an Etsy store, and that's pretty neat. Another thing is that you're gonna love, and that is this. All right, you might have already seen this freaking posted up on my Instagram and shit like that. Freaking got the Goons Up in the front, and this my freaking Talking Guns symbol here on the back. So if you really freaking like Talking Guns, if you really like this show, freaking hit me up I'll send you the design. You throw it into the freaking custom order slot for Goons Up and shit like that, and freaking he'll be able to send it to you and everything. These shirts are probably what fucking 10, $15 or some shit like that. So that's really neat. I don't do freaking discounts. I don't have a discount code. I don't freaking shop with discount codes or anything like that. Freaking these veteran owned and operated freaking businesses and stuff like that, they got to make their money, and like I just don't want to ask for a discount, not because I think it's sleazy or because I'm fucking better than you or I got all that money and shit like that or what the fuck ever. It's like, you know, a man's got to make an honest living and shit like that, so I'm willing to pay an honest buck for that hard work and dedication that's gone into all the stuff that he's put out there. So I like it. For each of my kids, I'm probably going to get them a freaking Goons Up t-shirt and shit like that for Christmas or something, and maybe some other stuff. All right. So here eventually I'll get a few more of these fucking things printed and shit and start doing giveaways for Talking Guns. And I think that you guys are going to like them. And then, no, I can't afford a PS5, kid. God, yeah. I ain't got $800 for a PS5. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much that. So I'll be doing t-shirt giveaways here on the show and shit like that for good fucking for those of you that have an email or a message or a question and shit like that you want to freaking put into my mailboxes here and shit like that, then I will freaking, you know, obviously answer your questions here on the show. And if I like it a lot and it freaking gets really good fucking feedback and shit like that, I just might send you a damn t-shirt because I appreciate you. Or I can do a fucking contest, but I don't have a big enough following to do a damn contest, do I? And last year I gave away a hoodie to Cortez because she was my top fan for like fucking 3 months or some shit like that straight. So that's pretty fucking legit. And it's not like $400, you know, damn well it's more than that. But yeah, that was a good freaking thing and shit like that. The one and only ever made freaking Talking Guns hoodie and stuff like that. A gift. How about that? Pretty neat. So yeah, with that, let me just go ahead and end the live stream. And one sec. Okay, so now that the whole live crew's gone and it's just you and me here, let's go ahead and explain a couple of things and stuff. I mean, all right, like I was saying, these t-shirts, they're available on freaking Goons Up and everything like that. What the symbols, all right? So this is a thing. A lot of people that are on this page will not understand what any of these motherfucking things mean and what the Talking Gun symbol at this side of the screen right there means. So this little guy and shit like that is the same thing that's on there. And to explain this, I'm just gonna walk you through it. These are freaking graphics or freaking symbols and stuff like that are used or for common military symbols. And it used to be a publication called Operational Terms and Graphics, or Ops Terms and Graphics, right? And that didn't exist when I was a young boot or freaking a young Teufel and stuff, and I got these fucking cool tattoos. Same thing. These tattoos are freaking essentially the same symbols, except an earlier form of them. So the one on my left arm being what used to be a 50 cal and is now a medium machine gun, but like it's missing something. So there's supposed to be another little tag on the bottom there for a tripod to denote that it's going to be tripod mounted and stuff. And this one used to be a Mark 19 machine gun or grenade machine gun long time before Ops Terms and Graphics came out. That changed because they wanted to also make it clear that this was a heavy machine gun and a grenade launcher, and also have a symbol for other grenade launchers for smaller level grenadiers and everything like that, right? And make a difference between small, medium, and heavy. Here in the U.S. military, there is no difference with small, medium, and heavy freaking grenade launchers and shit. If you have a freaking M203, it's attached to a fucking rifle, and that person already has a symbol. He is a team leader, and that team leader carries a fucking grenade launcher. So they already had a tactical symbol for a light grenade launcher. So to adjust it and call this a light grenade launcher, I think might have been a little bit fucking dumb. Like there's like no point. And then they've taken this thing and they've turned it into, well, they turn it into this one, right? So this one with shit. It's kind of like on the bottom and shit like that. But with the circle close to the arrow and then the 3 lines below it. So with that, they're basically saying it's both a heavy machine gun and a grenade launcher. And that is what changed. All right. Cool. But also fucking not cool for me. I'm definitely not going to update my tattoos. All right. So the rest of these symbols, on the very top at your 12 o'clock position, you have the freaking essentially a rifle, right? I mean, why you have to put that on there, it's basically an automatic rifle, right? So automatic rifle, and then freaking at your 1 o'clock position, a light machine gun, and then a grenade launcher is next. Then we go to a medium machine gun, heavy machine gun, freaking grenade machine gun, and at the pretty much the 6:30-ish position, that's where you start with your light mortar and then your medium mortars. I didn't go into heavy mortars because we don't have them in the Marine Corps. Right? The freaking Army has them with the 120s. Marines can operate them. Every now and then they do, but it takes additional training to do so. And then freaking after that, you have your freaking rockets, right? Like your freaking small Mark 153. That's that double arrow one. And then you go into those round ones. You have a javelin, freaking, it's typically freaking man portable, so it sits there with its little freaking legs and shit, and it's 2 lines. And then you have a tow missile, which is freaking basically your heavy thing. It's always going to be truck mounted if it's not on a fucking tripod. And it's got the wheels to denote that it is being moved around by a vehicle and shit. And those are the missile symbols. In the center of this entire fucking thing, you have what used to be the symbol for a platoon sergeant, right? The cross on top of a of the rectangle with an X in it that means infantry. So, yeah, hey, can you grab me one since you's up?
Yeah.
Cinchus? Yeah, thanks, bud. Cinchus. So, if you're not familiar with Jeff Foxworthy,
Be right back.
yeah. If you're not familiar with Jeff Foxworthy, there is a old thing and stuff that he used to talk about with fucking words that rednecks use or whatever like that, or freaking, you know, like a redneck dictionary basically, right? You know, like things that freaking, you know, whatever. And one of those things is sensuous, the word sensuous. Like, since you was up, can you get me a beer? Right? The other one is like mayonnaise. Like mayonnaise, a lot of fucking people up in here and shit or whatever the fuck, right? Like, which there won't be because COVID, right? So there's that. So if you ever wondered what those symbols were on my arms or what the symbols are on the shirt or down here on the freaking bottom fucking corner of the page, that is what they are. And now you know. So, yeah. I should have just waited for somebody to ask me a question up here in my freaking inboxes and shit like that, where you can send me questions and I can read them on air and, you know, answer them. That would have been fucking cool. But yeah, but nobody cares. Like, I've got like 700 followers and shit like that. And out of that, maybe like 60 people like fucking watch about 5 seconds of these videos and shit like that. Might have one person or two that might watch 10 minutes of the episode and then forget, like, fall asleep or some shit, whatever. Like, realistically, come on, man. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna get fucking famous. I'm not funny. I'm not Bill fucking Burr and shit like that. I'm just fucking sitting here talking to a microphone and shit like that while looking at a damn camera. Fucking sucking on a fucking robo dick or a fucking douche flute or whatever the fuck you want to call these vape things because I don't want to smoke anymore. It smells bad. And drinking beer. So that said, let me go ahead and I'll get another freaking thing to talk about. You know what? Better fucking idea. Since I've already talked about enough shit and I've been on here for about 30 minutes, let me go ahead and cut this off and I will do another fucking episode of a shorter time and pretend like I'm not doing 2 episodes in the same fucking day by changing my shirt and combing my hair. All right. Freaking, I'll see you guys in the next episode of Talking Guns. Yeah. Oh. Shit. You know what I can do? Check this out. I can fade to black.